For most of this year, a House panel had been convened to investigate the Trump administration's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And late last Friday, they released their final report, giving us a clear picture. And what that picture tells us is that Trump and his administration intentionally not only downplayed the virus, but actually attempted to undermine their own response to the pandemic for political gain. And the report tells us they did this by covering up the science, by not releasing certain data, by, of course, not going out there encouraging mask wearing and all of that. You know, the things that we've known. The results of this investigation are not shocking to anyone anywhere out there. We all knew this was exactly what this administration did, and we knew that because the people who worked there had already been telling us that this year, that they deliberately covered up science for political gain, that they downplayed the severity of the pandemic, pretended it wasn't happening when they spoke in public, because Donald Trump didn't want to send people into a frenzy during an election year. And of course, he didn't want all the death, all the sickness, all of that, the supply chain issues that we saw last year, which were worse than what we see this year, by the way. He didn't want any of that coming back to him politically. So he pretended it was no big deal, made his staff pretend it was no big deal, the people working for him, and of course the outgoing director of the National Institute of Health, who served under Donald Trump, told us this past weekend that, yeah, Trump wanted us to cover up the science. Oh, and by the way, he also wanted me to fire Dr. Anthony Fauci, which I didn't do. Trump did everything possible to pretend like the pandemic wasn't real. And what do we have as a result of that? Well, by the time he left office, over 400,000 Americans were dead. Of course, we also just passed the grim milestone of 800,000 Americans dead. And given the fact that you still have Republicans out there telling us to not wear masks, telling us to not get vaccinated, as the Omicron variant continues to surge here in the United States, we're going to cross the 1 million death mark. We are. That's a given at this point. But it all goes back to the initial response from the Trump administration. Because the lies he told us, the undermining of the science that happened for almost a full year, resonated with those conservatives, and they never snapped out of it, right? The Biden administration coming in and attempting to do the right thing most of the time didn't change their minds. If anything, it reinforced the beliefs that they already had from the previous administration. And as this pandemic goes on, they only get deeper into those beliefs, into the conspiracies that, oh, this is made up. Oh, the vaccines are dangerous. None of that is true. The virus is real. The vaccines are safe. Masks do, in fact, work. But it's too late for these Republicans. They don't want to accept this because Trump politicized the response to the pandemic. Attacked Democratic governors who were actually out there trying to protect their people. And what we have today, 800,000 deaths, it's not going to stop there. And again, at the end of the day, all of this is a result of that initial response in the first year of the pandemic, when Trump sowed doubt in scientists, sowed doubt in the doctors, and the damage is already done.